This is the Fabrique Nationale Model 1949, better known as the FN 49. It was designed in the late 1930s by Belgian firearms designer Dieudonné Saive, one of the most influential firearms designers of the 20th century. Saive worked closely with John Browning at FN and completed the Browning High Power after Browning's death. Years later, he would go on to design the FN FAL. But before the FAL, there was this rifle. Development began in the late 1930s as nations began moving beyond purely bolt-action infantry rifles. Most armies were still fielding Mausers, Mosin-Nagants, and Lee Enfields. Semi-automatic rifles were beginning to prove their value, and Saive's goal was to create a durable, full-power semi-automatic battle rifle that maintained strength and reliability while increasing a soldier's rate of fire without sacrificing range or cartridge performance. The FN 49 is a gas-operated semi-automatic rifle using a tilting bolt locking system. Gas drives a short-stroke piston rearward, pushing the bolt carrier back. As the carrier moves, the rear of the bolt tilts upward to unlock from the receiver before cycling to action. That tilting bolt design would later influence Saive's work on the FN FAL. The system was engineered to handle full-power military cartridges while remaining robust and relatively simple to maintain in field conditions. But before it could enter service, history intervened. In 1940, Germany invaded Belgium, and the FN factory was shut down under occupation. Saive continued refining the design in exile. The rifle never really saw service in World War II, despite being largely complete by the mid-1940s. Full production of the FN 49 did not begin until the early 1950s. By then, the world had entered the Cold War. Instead of fighting in Europe during World War II, the FN 49 would serve in a new geopolitical landscape shaped by post-war alliances, regional instability, and shifting military doctrine. Several nations adopted the rifle, including Belgium, Luxembourg, Venezuela, Argentina, Indonesia, and Egypt. Each contract reflected that nation's ammunition standards. Some rifles were chambered in .30-06 Springfield. Others were produced in 7mm Mauser. Egyptian rifles were produced primarily in 8mm Mauser, and that is the exact variant we have here today. Egypt became the largest user of the FN 49, adopting it around 1950 during a period of military modernization. Before the widespread adoption of Soviet pattern rifles such as the SKS and AK variants, the FN 49 represented a major increase in infantry firepower while still firing a full-power cartridge capable of extended range engagement. The FN 49 is a substantial service rifle. It weighs roughly 9 to 9.5 pounds unloaded. The overall length is approximately 43.5 inches with a barrel length of about 23 inches. The rifle feeds from a fixed 10-round internal magazine that is loaded from the top using stripper clips. This preserved continuity with bolt-action rifles and simplified logistics during transition. The FN 49 uses traditional military iron sights. Up front is a protected post sight, and the rear is an adjustable tangent that typically goes up to 1,000 meters depending on the contract. The adjustable gas system allows this rifle to be tuned for different ammunition pressures, an important feature when firing powerful cartridges like the 8mm Mauser. The tilting bolt locks solidly into the receiver, but to withstand the stresses of repeated cycling. And this particular rifle is an Egyptian contract FN 49 chambered in 8mm Mauser. You can immediately identify it by the eagle salad and crest on the receiver. With all that being said, let's shoot it. This is 8mm Mauser 180 grain soft point, and this is what we'll be shooting at the gong. And this is 8mm Mauser 198 grain full metal jacket, and we'll be shooting this at some water jugs. The FN-49 may not have defined an era the way some other rifles did, but it reflects one. A transitional period where old doctrine and new innovation briefly overlapped.